Greetings, one and all. KY's the name. Welcome back to Stardew Valley. Let's get back to our farm. Pick up where we left off last week and just kind of keep going. As always, feel free to chat and ask me anything, especially with Tuesday streams. Tuesday streams are relaxing streams for very good reason. I like being able to talk with everybody. Hey, my gold axe is ready. Awesome. A puppy. I have honey. I needed honey for something. I don't remember what. So I'm just gonna... keep that on hand, just to be safe. Nothing wrong with being safe. Did I already get the... okay. So that is a yes. I needed the duck egg for something, right? Animal bundle. Yes, that's it. That was it. Nice cozy fall weather here in this game. Whereas in real life outside my apartment it's actually like raining with some thunder. Not a bad storm, but it is a storm. No, I don't have time to chat with you. Okay then, Shane. Just trying to be polite, my guy. Oh yeah, I gotta wait a little bit. Of course. How could I forget? Guess that should be mostly golden tools. Probably gonna upgrade my watering can over the winter. first, let's see if I can upgrade Shed. I would like Big Shed. Okay, I need more wood and I need more stone. Okay. Also an auto feed. And I need more money, of course. Works for me.
Attention, command.
What is it, Cabal? Oh. Okay. Wool and large goat milk, and I also need quality pumpkins. I also need to drop a lot of this stuff back off at the old farmstead so that I have room to go get myself a bunch of stone and other things that might pop up in my way.
Attention, command.
Oh yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Nice. Good. Farmland. It's nice to have rocks cracked so simply after all this time using the regular old pickaxe and having to barely make a dent with bits at a time. Now I'm just carving through these rocks like Shotoraya carves through aliens, apparently.
Attention command.
Should also note that, because the storms, there is a small chance I could end up losing power. Keep it small. But not zero. Well, I think the worst the storm has passed already.
Attention command.
Okay. And shed. Shed. Don't forget the shed, KY.
Attention command.
I got a rock. Today would be a good day for fishing, I think. But hey, I got stuff ready. That's cool. And rainbow trout roe, that's good.
Attention command.
Phone's just going off like crazy. Goat milk. Alright, good, good. So far, so good. I like this. But I do need another cheese press and another mayonnaise machine.
Attention command.
I know that much.
Attention command.
Did I miss an egg in there? I'll have to check. Well, so it looks like I did. Did I not? Huh. Weird. Oh, there it is. It was hiding in my inventory. I probably want to change this. Now that my mind is thinking about it.
Attention command.
Hey! Got some interesting stuff at least. Donate to museum. I will say, it was nice to be able to completely wrap up XCOM yesterday. Enemy within. in. Such a good game. I'm looking forward to XCOM 2 next week. So in a way, this is a good way to celebrate that victory. Might as well get some fish while I'm here. Thinking about it. I like fish. I like to fish. And I like the fishing minigame here in Stardew Valley. Not the best fishing minigame that I've ever played, but it's up there. Salmon! Catch it and immediately get the break my own record. Love it.
Attention command.
Come on.
Attention command.
Catch the stupid thing. You're not getting away from me that easy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my god. Come on.
Attention command.
I know, Cabal. I know there's stuff happening. I'm trying to catch this fish. Come on. Yes! Excellent! Ha ha! I'm pretty sure that's something I need for the community center too, which is doubly excellent on its own. Matter of fact, why don't I head up to the mountains and see if I can catch anything there? myself a nice walleye. Excelente. Where is everybody, I wonder? Excuse me. So right now I'm just kind of existing. I enjoy that. Oh shit! I gotta get rid of something, don't I? Go ahead and get rid of the mushroom. Oh, I should have gotten rid of the newspaper. I'm an idiot. Oh well. Time to see if I have anything I can drop off in the community center. I feel like I should have at least one fish. Cool. And the rest is just money. Money, 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 money. that. I forgot the shed. Damn it. Oh well. There's always the next day. I guess still need to spend at least a little bit of time. Getting some stuff.
Hello, friend. The mountain lake has been kind to me lately. I'd like to share my good fortune with you, Linus.
Catfish. I need the catfish. Dear KY, notice a chill in the air? It could just be the approach of winter. Or it could be the tingle of a dark specter, here to help us celebrate tomorrow's festival, the Spirit's Eve. Come to town at 10 p.m. if you'd like to participate. Mayor Lewis. Alright. Spirit's Eve. All Hallows Eve. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Go. Should come back and restock the hay as soon as get all this taken care of. Use the duck mayonnaise for anything? No. I'll have to look when I get there. Cool, I can afford to get some more real quick. Nice one. Hi, Flame Wheel. How are you today? I have some news, by the way. Here in just a second. 2 crows. Cool. So I'm not going to hold my breath, because I don't know, because I didn't get an email so I'm taking this with a grain of salt. But as I was getting everything set up and looking at my Twitch, I got a notification that says that I've met all of the requirements for affiliate. So I think I finally gotten there. Like I said, I looked around. It said that I'd get an email to like do the official setup stuff. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, Flame Wheel. Ouch. Did they? Huh. I'm curious. In either way, hopefully that notification was accurate, so hopefully tomorrow I can spend the day getting everything set up in that direction. Oh. That's an interesting development. Okay, now I've returned. Time to get back into things. Just gonna wait for Steam to boot up and then we'll be back in the thick of it. I think it's another today. But that's okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn my light on.
Attention command.
Okay. Hopefully shouldn't take too long for people to come back. Aww. Because I restarted. Linus's gift is calamari instead of catfish. That sucks. That saved me a whole trip. Ugh. Infrastructure of this town, I swear. To say that I am not pleased is accurate and an understatement. Where's my other cow? What's my other white cow?
Attention command.
Oh shit, hang on. Why did that not... Why did that not save? There we go. Where's my other cow? There you are. So... yeah. Power was knocked out across the city, apparently. 1,500 people were affected. And if you saw the Life Picks channel on Discord, you can see that it didn't really take much to do that. Very light rain. Well, I say very light, but it's like light to medium rain. Little bits of thunder. Barely any wind. This town's infrastructure is held together with scotch tape and chewing gum. And I cannot wait to get out of here. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah. If he's still on by the time I'm done, I'm gonna raid him. And I'm definitely going to make an effort, more of an effort in the future to support his streams, because he's a good guy. Even if it's just a background lurk, I need to do that for him more often. Ah, that's true. Give me all the grain I needed. Okay, cool. gotcha. Well, what can you do, you know? Hopefully, once our plans come to fruition, we'll be able to elevate him and others like him. I think a main part of it is that, like, the system that they have works well enough for a lot of people. Like, it's not ideal, obviously. I mean, there's a reason that you and I left after all. But to my knowledge, for a lot of people, that's all they got. So until an alternative is on the table and make itself known, well, you know. Exactly. On a brighter note, I got a notification on my phone shortly after losing power. And it was the official email from my inbox. So tomorrow, I'm going to be setting up all that stuff to officially be an affiliate. And I just want to say, even for those who are not here right now, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to each and every one of you for helping to make this happen. The future is looking bright. Not gonna lie, there for a minute I was starting to wonder if it really was gonna be the year of KY. But now it's not a question anymore. This is the year of KY. It's gonna be a great year for a lot of other people. And probably gonna end up not being that good of a year for certain less desirable groups. But I'm happy, and I'm optimistic. Oh, yes, indeed. But I'm going to look back on this as, among many other things, the year that I decided to knuckle down and finally put myself out there in a serious way. That's paying off. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm available for that pretty much any time. You know, outside of my Twitch schedules. So I'm kind of just like, yeah, let me know. Do not forget the shed, KY. Don't forget the shed. Must not forget. Put it in the bin. Numpty. Income's coming in. Income, says Squeeze Raban. Squeeze hard. Yes, uncle. And the Fremen? Kill them all. No, don't battle axe the cow. There we go. Regular goat's milk. I foresee a bright future ahead for us. For all of us. Okay. I think it's about time I got myself a bigger shed. Thank you, Robin. Sooner I can get everything in place, the better. Never hurts to do a pass to see what loot you may find. Although getting my forging skill up is something I would like. Okay. Do need a deluxe barn for all that. I will keep that in mind. Boo. I guess I could fry up some copper real quick. Just a little bit. Excuse me.
Attention command.
Oh, my friend Random's got a new video up about Xenoblade Chronicles. That's a game I've never played, but I've heard is good. I like it. Interesting. I wonder what would happen if I put these two side by side. Alright, that's enough of that. Once again, put this out of the way. Oh yeah, everything's coming along quite nicely. Yeah, I noticed all those deep cuts and I was like, nice, I see exactly what you're doing. And I like. I guess I can just grab a little bit more stone. Yes. I'll need to take a closer look at the color scheme, but I am excited. Doing good work. Every time I look back in there and I see what's coming along, I'm just like, excellent. Everything is falling into place. Yeah. I'll be honest, I've been a little bit busy with some real life stuff, mostly just rearranging and cleaning the apartment. But I try to keep my eye on that place as much as I can, and if I have feedback, I'll say something. And if there's anything specific you want me to try to tackle, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Even if it's like writing up some sort of guidelines or whatever. Just say the word, and I will make time. Oof. Yeah, thankfully, seems to be stable now. Just gonna get this quartz. Spirit's Eve has begun in the town square. All Hallows Eve. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. But Aunt Marnie, I want to go in the maze. I'm not scared. Hi, KY. Have you had a productive fall? Yes, I have. It's starting to get quite cold. Crops won't hold out for much longer. Yeah, don't remind me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to wait until year 2 to finish the pantry section because that last gold star pumpkin just didn't come in. Eek! I'm too scared. Yeah, might as well. Just to have the recipe on hand. Don't get too close to the cage. They actually got skeletons up here. Okay. What do they do with them afterwards? That's fair. I have no idea how these skeletons are walking. Creepy. Yeah, I don't know if, like, you heard this part or if it cut out or whatever, but like I said, if you want me to try to take care of something or even, like, brainstorm something, just let me know and I'll make time for it. I've just also been very busy. Why is there no more pumpkin ale? Yeah, I wonder why, Shane. I think somebody must have drank it all.
One of my iridium-fused maces would make quick work of these things.
I would very much like to have one of those, but I never see it in stock, my guy. Well, winter's almost here. It's a great time to stockpile wood and stone. That is true.
I haven't seen Maru in hours. I hope she's alright. It's a lot of fun to cook with the pumpkin. Such an interesting fruit.
Oh, damn, I guess it is a fruit. Technically. Why, hello, KY. It's chilly, isn't it? Alright, awesome. Like I said, I do pop in there as much as I can, and I, like, see what's going on, and I try to offer my feedback whenever I can. I'll come to any event with free grub. You won't see me in the haunted maze, though. Good evening, KY. Have you ventured into the haunted maze yet? It's quite spooky. That strange man who lives in the tower set it up all by himself. He wouldn't let anyone near while he was working on it. Mother won't let me go in the maze. Ah, cheer up, kid. You'll get there one day. Actually, you won't, because aging isn't a thing in Stardew Valley. Tough luck, kid. Do you like the jack-o'-lanterns? I carved it myself. They look great, Emily. Okay, now into the maze we go. Oh, you found me. The truth is, I got too scared, so I came here to hide. Don't tell anyone. I think I've already been this way. No, wait. Everybody, there's a simple trick to maze. You just stick You stick to one wall, and you just keep going. The vapor from this cauldron, it's making my head spin, but I can't seem to leave. You're high, Penny. You're very high. Luckily, I know this maze relatively well. So, something weird over there. How do I get to it? It's a mystery to everybody. Can't go on. Spiders. Punch them! That's odd. It's just a dead end up ahead. Or is it? Use my big brain. And we claim the golden pumpkin. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with it, but we got it. And thus concludes the Spirits Eve Festival. All in a day's work. Oh, wait a minute. Pumpkins are in. Finally, just in the nick of time. Took you fuckers long enough to grow. Got some new ideas to sleep on. And not a single one of them are gold star. Excellent. That's my favorite thing. Well, at least I got the amaranth for Marnie. Oh, but I did get a duck feather. I did need that. So that's cool. Wait. Maybe I should take a honey with me at least? Vaguely recall. Oh, zut de l'air. I missed a cow. Who did I miss? There we go. So close. And yet so far. The hell was I looking for again? Oh yeah, just making sure I had all the geodes. No, wait. Did I already give... I think I did actually already give the amaranth. Yeah, because... Now I remember. Now I remember. So that was just a leftover. Okay. Okay, my brain's kicking back into gear now. I am recalling. Got to complete the Winter Foraging bundle, which hopefully should be complete tomorrow. I'll do that, just catch a bunch of ocean fish. Also got notified that my day job is asking me to come in on Friday instead of Thursday. So I think I'm going to shift Half-Life 2 to Thursday this week. And that might be a good signal to start shifting that block to Thursday on a more permanent basis. And get ready to do Friday Night Tank Down as a regular thing. But only after I get some stuff set up. And that is going to be tomorrow, KY problem. One. Two. Three. Tilapia. Tilapia's pretty good. It's been a minute since I've had it, but... My mom made really good lemon pepper baked tilapia. That was absolutely delicious. Oh, the ancient doll! I could donate it to the museum, but... I know something else that could be done with it. Six. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Halfway there! Halfway there! Halfway there! That is not a fish! I want a fish! Give me fish! Thank you. Hello, Willie. Okay, I'll move as soon as I catch this fish. I didn't even have to do anything for that one. Always love it when you do that. Love fishing. $15. I need 5 more fish. Seems nice and easily doable. Awesome. 3 more fish. Two more fish. Oh shit. Get rid of the glasses. 1 more fish. That is not a fish. That's a fish. Come here, fish. Hell yeah, baby. I now return home with all of my fish. It is very nice. Keep one of these on hand for reasons. I forgot the shed. I just realized I forgot the shed. Wool. Level up with the fishing. Hi, KY. Thanks for your help with the fish. Nature is usually good at keeping things balanced, but sometimes artificial factors can cause an imbalance. I've enclosed a blueprint from a science magazine that you might find interesting. Demetrius. New crafting recipe, farm computer, hell yeah. KY, I've got a new item in stock. It's called the Auto Grabber. Hell yeah, that's what I was waiting for. This thing can milk your cows and your goats, shear your sheep, gather eggs, and pluck your woolly rabbits all on its own. It's considered a luxury item, so I'm charging 25,000 gold. Good lord. Marnie. I say good lord, but on all honesty, that is a very reasonable price for something like that. Wait. Large goat milk. Oh, hell yeah. I'm keeping that with me. Because I need that. The community center. Awesome, we've got our bigger shed now. I will mess with all of this. Later on in this day. Because I have a particular layout that I prefer. Which, of course, shall be seen later. Oh! And I'm just like, what the hell? Just follow the footprints. Beep! You got me! I'm sorry, take it! It looks so valuable I couldn't help myself! You received the magnifying glass. You now have the ability to find secret notes. These notes reveal rare and useful information and can be reviewed in your collections tab. Oh! And now he's just gone. I'm sure we'll run into him again. Get a flute. Right now, my concern is searching far and wide for the bits of forage. I don't imagine I'm going to find what I need to complete the museum on the first day, but you never know until you know, you know? Oh, I've got heaters. As soon as I could afford them at Marty's place, I always grab them just so I don't forget. And yeah, I do like the look of winter. In real life, I'm not a fan of winter. I don't like the cold. But Stardew Valley, I love winter. It's a good time to break away from the barn and go out exploring for stuff. It's also where the artifact bits seem to spawn the most frequently. Yeah, that's fair. Thing is, I mainly grew up in Florida, so I'm very much used to warm, basically tropical temperatures. Crocus. I still need to do crocus. So, hot and humid, I'm built for that shit. I'm fine. Freezing cold? No, I do not like it. But also, from what I understand, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on this, by my understanding, a lot of houses in the UK, and a lot of buildings really, are designed to hold heat in as much as possible, because that's just how the weather be. Like, you guys get, like, historically speaking, it's one of the colder inhabited countries just because of how far north it is. So when things get hot, there's not really a whole lot you can do, and with global warming being a thing, I get it. Versus here in the Midwestern United States, where a lot of the houses and buildings are built to stand up. And insulation And protection against the cold and the heat is a bit of a question mark because we have no idea what the hell we're going to get. For all we know, it could blow over tomorrow. Like, literally. Ooh, new reward. What'd I get? A flute block. Yep. That's what I've heard. And it makes sense, even if it's unfortunately not as practical in the modern day. But even 20 years ago, it was the way to go. And for all my talk and bluster about how much I prefer the hot and humid weather, not a fan of living without central cooling. I can't imagine... Well, I can't imagine doing it because I lived without... I don't have central cooling here in my apartment. I have a window unit that does a good enough job keeping most of the house cooled down. But for the first year we lived here, we didn't know that there was no central cooling in this building. And the landlord at the time neglected to inform us that we would need a window unit. So we unfortunately spent a lot of time just baking. Yeah, that's true. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of your houses are like mainly brick, clay, mortar, and cement, that kind of thing. Am I right? I don't know off the top of my head, so feel free to correct me. But I imagine it's it's something like along those lines to make it a lot harder than what we have, which we do have some buildings that are like brick and stuff, but most of the buildings, especially the housing, it's timber and drywall. And that's basically it. Hello, dragon. Thank you for the stone. I think I remember where to put that. I just don't remember how to get there off the top of my head. So yes. Okay, so I was thinking at least in the right direction. Yeah, that sounds about right. As opposed to Midwestern US, where the houses are built to where... Oh, a tornado came tearing ass through this area, and everything's gone. Well, it's not going to be much of a hassle to put stuff back up. Now, I say that like it's some big, horrible, dumb thing for the goofs and gaffs of it, but the reality of the situation is there's really not a whole hell of a lot you can do if a big-ass tornado decides to come through and raise hell. That sounds very secure at the very least. Today, I believe, is the day I'll be able to grab the auto-grabber. Hey, KY. Just wanted to let you know about a new item I'm carrying. It's called a wood chipper. You can use it to break hardwood into several pieces of regular wood. I know wood can be hard to come by in the winter, so if your supply gets low, consider picking one up. Robin. I have played this game a ridiculous amount of times. Not once have I ever needed to use a wood chipper. Come by the shop and check out the new rods I'm selling. They're the best money can buy, and you can customize them with different kinds of tackle. Hope to see you soon, Willie. Hey, I've got a little challenge for you. Catch me a squid. You can fish them from the ocean at night. They only show up in the winter, though, Willie. Yeah, sure. That's true. There's always a trade-off. Okay, that's not nearly as fun. Nope, don't ship the price ticket. I want it. Dumbass. Also just realized that means that back in the 40s, if the Jerrys ever tried actually making a move, y'all just live in battle bunkers. Like, for all our American bluster of a homegrown defense force, if we actually were to be invaded somehow, whoever decided to do that would not really need a whole hell of a lot to get us out. You wouldn't, like, just standard level explosives would do the trick. Population of Britain, on the other hand, well, hope you packed some bunker busters. Yeah. It's almost like the Americans... Marnie, I need to use your shop, madam. Okay, whatever. Fine. But it's almost like the Americans went, oh, the best defense is a good offense. And the Brits were like, well, no. Best defense is a good defense. That's why it's called defense, numpty. Keep swords. That is the Shotoraya strategy of home defense. I joke, but we actually do have swords kept around the house just in case. Swords, polearms, bows and arrows, sharp pointy sticks. I would eventually like to have myself a good halberd. Just for fun. And before you ask, yes, I do want a halberd, specifically because of Dynasty Warriors. That game series may or may not have introduced me to the awesomeness that is that particular polearm. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the last thing that I need for that one section of the community center. Like the Joker, exactly. Oh man, if I could ever get myself in a position, now that I'm thinking about it, if I ever got myself in a position to actually stream on Twitch from my PlayStation 2, Dynasty Warriors 4 would be high on the list of stuff I would stream. I don't know why I use a knife. Guns are too quick. You can't savor those little emotions. Lubu! Exactly.
The house was empty for years. The trees moved in, and so did we.
Well, I'm glad I finished reading that before you took off on me. Two stars! Yes, indeed. Which game was that specifically where he says decent challenge? Can anybody provide me with a decent challenge? Because the only one that I've played to the extent where I can genuinely remember the different lines and stuff is 4. I think I played a little bit of 5 at one point. But unfortunately, outside of that, I have not played as much Dynasty Warriors as I would like to. Because I would love to play almost the entire series. I say almost because everything that I have seen about Dynasty Warriors 9 tells me that it's best left skipped. Like, I remember I've seen several videos about Dynasty Warriors 9 and how much it apparently sucks. 5 through 8. Okay, cool. And there was this one comparison between a cutscene in, I believe it was 8 and 9. Oh, I'm just barely too late. Oh well. There's always tomorrow. Well, just from that one voice clip, he freaking nailed it. Of course, I think at this point it's going to be hard to, like, default my mind to anything other than their interpretations in 4. But still. Oh yeah, I gotta go to Lewis. Freddy Lou Boo. Now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, the one video that I saw, I just remembered. Alright, I'm definitely going to add 5 to the list. I've also heard, according to some people, 8 is arguably the best in the series. Like, some people say it's a toss-up between 4 and 8, which I find interesting. But yeah, one video that I saw making a comparison between a cutscene in 8 and a cutscene in 9. I think it involved Cao Cao. And there was definitely Lu Bu. And I remember the cutscene from 8 was like this extravagant thing with Lu Bu like bursting through the doors, weapon at the ready, and it was this big epic thing. And then the same event in 9, Lu Bu just walks in from off screen. Casually. And I'm like, what the fuck? That is horrible. That is a ridiculous downgrade. Atrocious, even. Steve Bloom as Sun Jian. Now, Steve Bloom, I do associate in my head as Sun Jian because he started at the very least with 4. I remember him very distinctly from 4. That might be where I first heard his voice. Hello, Atora-chan. How you doing? I'm doing good. One guy is having a... Flame, I feel like I'm reading that wrong. That's got to be an acronym, isn't it? Is that an acronym? Or is it... Or are you just dead-ass telling me that one guy just has a boat that he's carrying around? Just whacking fuckers upside the head with a canoe. Because I'm not gonna lie, that sounds kind of awesome. A literal I need to play this game now. I need to track down and play this game. Matter of fact, if I can make it happen, that's something I'm gonna stream. A literal boat as a... That is ridiculous and I love it. And one guy was already one of my mains in 4. It's like him, Ma Chao, and... Trying to think of a good third one. Because Lu Bu is like free space main. Who also drinks a ton of rice wine. Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe it's Zhang Liao that I'm thinking of? I'll have to look at my save file. 7 and 8's on PC. Fantastic. At some point, I'm going to stream those then, at the very least. I can't get over that. I cannot get over that in my head. Thank you, Cabal. Was it? What was my other main? Was it Zhang Fei, maybe? Maybe it's Zhang Fei that I'm thinking of. What's my other main? Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh well. So I have to know. I feel like the answer is yes. But is Zhang He in 7 and 8 just as fabulous as he was in 4? Truth be told, I will be shocked if the answer is no. Yes, okay. I had a feeling, if not arguably more oh, okay then. I definitely need to catch up with Dynasty Warriors. But only as far as 8. Unless you tell me with a straight face, Flame Wheel, that 9 is actually good. Actually voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. Ooh. Nice. Supply shop. Thank you, Marnie, for actually being here. My goodness. So, while we're on the subject flame wheel, I'm curious, who are your, would you say, your top 3 mains in Dynasty Warriors? Keeping in mind that Lu Bu is a free space.
Attention, command.
Good ones afterwards. Okay. Nani? Hello? Hear a robotic voice on the other end. Congratulations, you have a 10,000 in gold Joja rebate waiting for you. Please mail your credit card number to 113 North Gunjer Street, Zuzu City to receive your rebate. Click. Scambot! And anybody who knows me on the W3D hub server know what I do to spam bots. Meng Wo, Cao Cao, Huang Zhang, Huang Gai, and Sima Yi. Good choices all around. Especially Huang Gai. Man of culture right there. I think Cao Cao was like one of my first mains too, so that's a really good choice as well. Wang Zhang is a lot of fun. Meng Wo is pretty fun. Sima Yi, I can definitely respect that choice. Him and Zhuge Liang are probably the 2 hardest characters for me. Something about like their style just never clicked with me in my head. I think maybe it's just because they are the complete polar opposite of like polearms, which is what I tend to lean towards. But still, respect for making it work that well. And also, Sima Yi's personality is just wonderful. Which I know wasn't saying much because it's Dynasty Warriors. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. But now we have access to the quarry. Yeah, for real. Oh my god. for me, one of the most beautifully busted weapons in a video game I've ever seen was a polearm in Dynasty Warriors. Very specifically, it was Ma Chao's spear in Dynasty Warriors 4. Huh. I think... Oh, the OG Resident Evil. Okay, so it's not the modern guy. Okay, I did not know that. I do know that the guy who voiced Dracula in Symphony of the Night also voiced Harry Mason in the first Silent Hill. That's unfortunate. I need to get exhausted. No, I've got so many other things to dig through. Oh, well, there's always tomorrow. Well, that being said, I think it's about time I start getting my watering can upgraded. Right, well, hey. You always know you can contact me and Shoto for vocal talents. Ooh. I got an achievement of some kind, apparently. I thought I heard a door opening in here. I'm the only one home. Homestead. Okay. It's just the amount of monies I earned. Hey, puppy. Yeah. And it's a network that I imagine is only going to grow as time goes on. Yeah, literally. I just had a thought that if I do end up streaming Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8, if 9 is on PC, I might make that like a reward goal or something like that. So my thought process is, well, I'm gonna play CNC4 for my YouTube channel. Probably gonna play Silent Hill Homecoming for it as well. And I'm already gonna do Hunt Down the Freeman for Twitch. So if I'm gonna do all the good ones, it makes sense to do the bad ones. Then again, who knows? Maybe I'll go through Hunt Down the Freeman, and the consensus will be that me struggling through a bad game isn't quite that fun. Or maybe it'll be hilarious. We will see. Aww. Hello, Thanatos. So the reason is that on my YouTube channel, when I decide to review a game, I want to try to review as much of the franchise as I can. And I have many words to say about Homecoming. In particular, because I know a lot of people who insist that it is the best. Well, thank you for lurking all this time. So yeah, there's a lot of people who insist that Homecoming is the best. And frankly, I'm confused. Unfortunately, well, they exist, so there you go. Homecoming is... Okay. I'm going to make a controversial statement. Slightly controversial, but I feel like Flame Wheel might be the only one to get this. I would say that Silent Hill Homecoming is a worse game for its parent franchise than Command & Conquer 4. And I'm standing by that statement. Frankly, Homecoming is one of the worst games I have ever played. Okay, nice. I'm glad to have you guys here. Like, even if you're just lurking, I always appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so here's... Well, that's very true, Flame Wheel. Here's the thing. CNC4 is blessedly short and eventually some fun. Like, once you unlock everything in CNC4, there's a decent amount of fun to be had. It's still not a great game. There's still a lot of issues. But it doesn't... Like, it's here and it's gone.
Attention, command.
Ah, I gotcha. Well, I hope you feel better, Thanatos. Emphasis on eventually. Yeah, that's very true. But Homecoming, on the other hand, is a broken, unfun, total crock of shit, beginning to end. It's overly long. Yeah. I still think that it would have been good for EA. I think ideally it would have been good for EA to just release a patch that, like, just gets everybody to level 20. Or at least, like, quadruples the XP gain or something like that, but I think it's one of those where it's like no one really cares enough about it to do anything other than the bare minimum to keep the servers online so that people can play if they want. Yeah. That I will give... Yeah, Thanatos, I would agree with that. I will also say that I think some of the visual design of the bosses could be good. I say visual because in terms of gameplay, they're all horrible. The gameplay in Homecoming in general is just horrible. And see, this is why I want to make a full video review of Homecoming, because I have so much to say about it. I am so ready to tear that game to shreds. And it's like, I have stuff to say about all of the other games, too. Well, I say all of the other games, but I'm drawing a line at Book of Memories solely because I am not going to get I'm not going to track down a PS Vita and pay probably out the ass at this point in time for one single game. Now, if there's a working emulator for it, then sure. But other than that, nah. Yeah, I have so many things to say about Homecoming. Almost none of them positive, to be honest. And I'm somebody who tends to be quite forgiving when it comes to my tastes in media. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, I enjoyed it more than most people. So when something comes along that I'm like, no, this is shit, then you can take that to the bank. Which makes me wonder how I'm going to feel about games like Chimera Squad, which I've heard are not great, but not the worst. But are also just a big why. Yeah, that makes sense. Growing up, I was a PS2 and PC kid as well. Though I started on PC because, well, that's what we had. And my first actual console was a PS2. Like, handheld or otherwise. got a Game Boy Advance at one point, and then later on a DS. A PS3 for a little while, which was great, but unfortunately ended up having to pawn it because that was a tricky time in our lives growing up. I got a Xbox 360, bought it for myself so that I could play stuff with my cousin. It's the only Xbox anything I've ever owned or ever really wanted to own. Had a Wii at one point. I'd like to get it back. Or get another one at least. And right now I've got a PS4. Eventually gonna get a PS5. And also a Switch 2 at some point. Although technically the Switch and Switch 2 are Shoto's. Why do I want to buy a $450 brick? Are you referring to the PS5, Thanatos? Because if so, my answer is Spider-Man. Hello, Vienna09. How are you? No, the Switch 2. Oh, that's... Like I said, that's mainly Shoto's thing. She is a big Switch fan. And unfortunately, our Switch broke recently. And we were talking to my friend Random Bystander here, who is an excellent Nintendo-based content creator. And he said to just wait. Instead of just trying to replace our Switch 1, just wait to get a Switch 2. That's good to hear. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, hey, wait a minute. You guys probably can't see it, but I see bot in chat! Ban bot! Okay. Moving on. It's another one of those cheap viewers on Streamboo, which makes me not want to even check out Streamboo. They could be the most wonderful thing in the world, but they send bots to my channel, so no. Restricted messages. Because it was likely ban evader. So maybe it's an admin only thing. I don't know. I don't know how it works. All I know is I saw another thing pop up. Cheap viewers on streambo.com remove the space. And immediately I was like, yep. Ion Cannon Strike. Cheap viewers are already here. Exactly. I guess I'm relatively new. I've been streaming for since December, but I've only been regular since, what was it? March, I think it was? Can't remember when I started doing this on the regular. But it's been less than a year. So I'm a bit of a variety streamer. On Mondays, I play strategy games. We just finished XCOM Enemy Within, and we're starting XCOM 2 next week. Thank you for that, Flame Wheel. On Tuesdays, I play relax games. Right now, going through Stardew Valley. After this, I'm going to go back to Planet Zoo, and then I've got some stuff in the works there. And on, well, right now it's Fridays, but I think I'm going to shift to Thursdays. I'm going to do first and third person action games. Right now I'm going through Half-Life 2, after which I'll do Episode 1, then Episode 2, and then Black Mesa. And as a reward for people getting me to 50 followers, gonna do Hunt Down the Freeman after that, so stay tuned for that if you want to watch me suffer. Well, we have a lot of fun here.
Attention, command.
Thank you, Cabal. Profession. So right now, I just unload trucks at a department store for a living. But ideally, I would like to do this. I'm not a full-time streamer yet, but I would like to be one day. That is a goal I am working towards. Yeah, I know it always could be, but I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know? Could be somebody who's just genuinely asking questions. And I'm like, well, you never know. There could always be somebody who's just kind of watching in the background, not really willing to speak up, but wanting to ask these questions. And I'm mostly an open book. Listen, I'm not... I do have limits, though. Like, if you're like, what's your address? What's your social? I'm gonna be like, no. But I will be nice. I like being nice and talking. Thanatos, if I do need some art done, I will ask you. But I do have a regular artist, Nathan, who did my logo and everything. No, you're good. You're not bothering me too much. I like talking to people. I like talking to chat. I like answering questions. It is technically about time, but like I said earlier, I'm gonna go an hour extra to make up for lost time because of the power outage. It's this stupid city. Actually, it looks like I might have to go anyway. There's apparently something I might need to take care of. So I'll finish out this day at least. get you. Cave, I did. Okay, cool. Alright, well, I do unfortunately have stuff to... I think I need to take care of, like, basically right this second, so... I'm gonna go ahead and quickly close this out. And... yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will be back on Thursday, probably, for more Half-Life 2. Ta-ta for now.